5 signs you have a huge potential to raise your vibration to the highest level. There is something within you that is waiting to be unlocked. A potential so powerful that if you truly tapped into it, your entire reality would shift instantly. The way you see the world, the way you experience emotions, the way you attract opportunities, everything would change. Most people live their entire lives unaware that they have this potential. They move through life reacting to circumstances, struggling through challenges, and feeling as if they are victims of fate. But a few, a rare few, begin to wake up. And if you're here, listening to this, it means you are one of them. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit into the world the way others do? Like you see things differently, feel things more deeply, or sense something greater beyond the physical reality that most people accept as the only truth? Have you ever had moments where time seems to slow down, where coincidences feel too perfect to be random, where you experience an unshakable feeling that you are meant for something more? If you have, then that is the first sign.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Because the truth is, not everyone is ready to raise their vibration. Most people are too attached to their fears, too identified with their past, too consumed by distractions to even realize that they are capable of something greater. But you are different. You are questioning, you are searching, and that alone tells me that you have the potential to reach the highest level. But potential alone is not enough. Think about a seed. It holds within it the power to grow into a massive tree, to provide shade, to bear fruit, to become something far greater than itself. But if it is never planted, never watered, never exposed to the sun, it will remain just a seed. Your potential is the same. It is limitless, but it requires activation. It requires action. And that is exactly what we are going to explore today. Because if you recognize these 5 signs within yourself, then you are already on the path. You are already awakening, and the only thing left to do is embrace it fully. So let's look at the first sign: heightened awareness. Have you noticed that you are becoming more sensitive to energy? That certain places, certain people, or even certain thoughts feel heavier or lighter to you? Maybe you walk into a room and instantly sense the vibe before anyone even speaks. Maybe you meet someone and without knowing why, you feel an intuitive pull toward them or a strong need to walk away. This is not random. It is the sign of an expanding consciousness. As your vibration rises, you become more in tune with the frequencies around you. You start to notice things that others ignore. You pick up on hidden emotions, unspoken words, subtle energies that exist beneath the surface of reality. And this can feel overwhelming at first, because when you are more aware, you can no longer pretend. You can no longer tolerate low-energy environments, toxic relationships, or meaningless distractions. You begin to crave more depth, more truth, more authenticity. And this leads to the second sign: a deep inner restlessness. Have you ever felt like something inside you is shifting? Like you are outgrowing your old life? Maybe the things that once excited you now feel empty. The conversations you used to enjoy now seem shallow. The routines that once felt comfortable now feel restrictive. This is not a crisis. This is a transformation. Because the moment your vibration starts rising, The things that no longer match your frequency will begin to fall away. It's like tuning into a new radio station. Once you shift to a higher frequency, you can no longer hear the static of the lower ones. And this can be unsettling, because change is never easy. Letting go of old identities, old habits, old versions of yourself can feel like losing a part of who you are. But what if I told you that this feeling of restlessness is actually proof that you are on the right path? Because here's the truth: the discomfort of growth is far better than the comfort of stagnation. So now, I want to ask you something deep. Are you truly ready to let go of the parts of your life that no longer serve you? Are you willing to release what is familiar, even if it means stepping into the unknown? Because this is the only way to reach the next level. And that brings us to the third sign: a sudden increase in synchronicities. Have you ever thought about someone, and suddenly they call or message you? Have you ever been contemplating a decision, and then out of nowhere you see a billboard, hear a song, or come across a book that gives you the exact answer you needed? These are not coincidences. These are signs that you are aligning with a higher frequency. Because when your vibration rises, reality starts communicating with you in ways you never noticed before. You begin to attract the right opportunities, the right people, and the right experiences that match your new energy. It's as if the universe is guiding you, placing signs on your path to confirm that you are headed in the right direction. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people ignore these signs. They brush them off as luck, as random chance. But if you are truly ready to raise your vibration, you must start paying attention. You must start trusting that these synchronicities are not accidents, they are messages. And once you start listening, your entire reality begins to shift. Because now, you are no longer just moving through life unconsciously. You are now co-creating with the universe. You are now aware, awake, and in tune with the deeper currents of existence. So let me ask you, have you been noticing more synchronicities lately? Have you been feeling that strange sense of alignment, as if everything is falling into place in ways you can't explain? If so, that is your confirmation. You are on the path. And the more you trust it, the stronger it becomes. But this is just the beginning. Because the next sign is even more powerful, and it has the potential to change everything. The hidden power within you, unlocking the energy that can transform your life instantly. There is an energy inside you right now, an energy so powerful that if you fully tapped into it, your entire world would shift in an instant. It's the same energy that fuels the universe, the same force that causes stars to be born and galaxies to expand. And yet, most people never realize they have access to it. But you are different. You wouldn't be here if you weren't already sensing it. Maybe you felt it in moments of deep inspiration, when time seems to disappear and everything flows effortlessly. Maybe you felt it in moments of stillness, when a sudden wave of peace washes over you without explanation. Or maybe you felt it in moments of crisis, when something inside you rises up with unshakable strength, guiding you where nothing else makes sense. This is not random. This is the hidden power within you, and it is waking up. But here's where most people get stuck. They feel this energy, they sense this potential, but they don't know how to access it consistently. They wait for inspiration to strike. They wait for a sign. They wait for the perfect moment to step into their power. But what if I told you that you don't have to wait? What if I told you that this energy is always there, always available, always ready to be activated the moment you decide to step into it? Because the truth is, raising your vibration to the highest level is not something that happens to you, it is something you become. It is a shift in awareness, a deep understanding that you are not separate from the energy you seek. You are the energy. But to unlock it, you must embrace the fourth sign, the ability to let go of resistance. Think about this. Have you ever tried to force something to happen, only to feel frustrated when it didn't work? And then, the moment you stopped obsessing over it, everything magically fell into place. That is not luck. That is the natural flow of energy when you remove resistance. Because here's the paradox: the more you chase something from a place of lack, the more it eludes you. But the moment you surrender, the moment you trust, the moment you allow things to unfold with ease, that's when everything aligns effortlessly. So ask yourself, where in your life are you holding on too tightly? What fears, what doubts, what limiting beliefs are keeping you from fully stepping into your power? Because the moment you let go of the need to control everything, you create space for miracles to happen. And this brings us to something even more profound: the realization that when your vibration rises, your entire perception of reality changes. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a low state, when you're stressed, anxious, or fearful, everything feels difficult? It's like life is pushing against you, like you're walking through heavy mud. But when you're in a high state, when you're joyful, present, and free, everything flows. You meet the right people. You receive unexpected opportunities. Life feels almost effortless. This is not a coincidence. This is vibrational alignment. When you raise your vibration, you don't just feel better, you literally shift into a new reality where things that once seemed impossible now become inevitable. And this leads us to the final sign, the ultimate key to reaching the highest level of vibration, the ability to fully embody the present moment. Because here's the truth: energy only exists now. The past is gone. The future hasn't happened yet. The only place where your power exists is in this very moment. So let me ask you, how often are you truly present? Not lost in thoughts of yesterday, not worrying about tomorrow, but fully here, fully awake in this exact moment. Because when you learn to master the present moment, you master reality itself. And once you do that, nothing will ever be the same again. The breakthrough moment: how to step into your highest frequency and never look back. There comes a moment in your spiritual awakening when everything shifts. It's not gradual. It's not something you ease into. It happens in an instant, like a bolt of lightning, like a door that was always locked suddenly swinging wide open. And once you step through that door, you can never go back. But here's the thing: most people hesitate at the threshold. They stand there, feeling the pull of something greater, sensing that they are on the verge of a massive breakthrough, but they hesitate, not because they don't want to evolve, but because they are afraid of what it means to truly step into their power. And that fear is understandable. Because once you raise your vibration to the highest level, you no longer get to play small. You no longer get to make excuses. You no longer get to hide behind doubt, fear, or limitation. You become fully responsible for the energy you bring into the world. And that level of responsibility, it's terrifying for most people. Because think about it, what happens when you realize that you are no longer a victim of circumstances, that nothing outside of you has the power to control your emotions, your thoughts, or your destiny. What happens when you understand, on the deepest level, that you are the creator of your reality? It means there is no one left to blame. It means you can no longer tell yourself the story that life is unfair, that things just happen to you, that you are powerless in the grand scheme of things. Because once you raise your vibration to the highest level, you see the truth: you were never powerless. You were just unconscious of your power. And now that you are waking up, you must make a choice. Do you step forward into the unknown, into a life where you are fully aligned with your highest frequency? Or do you retreat into the familiar, into the comfort of what you've always known, even if it no longer serves you? This is the moment of breakthrough. And if you are truly ready, here's what you need to do to step into your highest vibration and never look back. First, you must make peace with the past. Your energy cannot rise if it is weighed down by resentment, regret, or unresolved emotions. You cannot move forward if you are still tangled in the energy of who you used to be. Forgiveness is not about excusing what happened, it's about freeing yourself from the emotional chains that keep you stuck. So ask yourself, what are you still holding on to? What stories about your past are you still carrying that no longer serve you? Because the moment you decide to release them, your energy will shift instantly. Next, you must become hyper-aware of your frequency in every moment. Most people live their lives unconsciously, reacting to whatever emotions come up, unaware that they are constantly broadcasting energy into the universe. But once you are aware of your vibration, you begin to take control. You start choosing thoughts that elevate you. You surround yourself with people who uplift you. You engage in activities that expand your energy rather than drain it. Because here's the truth: nothing is more important than your vibration. It affects everything: your relationships, your opportunities, your health, your ability to manifest. When you raise your vibration, life responds differently to you. Doors open where there were once walls. Solutions appear where there were once problems. You no longer chase things, they are drawn to you effortlessly. And finally, you must fully surrender to the present moment. Because the highest vibration is not found in the past or the future, it is only ever found now. Think about the moments in your life when you felt the most alive. Maybe it was watching a sunset, laughing uncontrollably, losing yourself in music, or feeling deep love for someone. In those moments, you were fully present. You weren't thinking about yesterday or worrying about tomorrow. You were just here, fully immersed in the now. That is the secret to maintaining your highest frequency, living in the now, over and over again. So let me ask you, are you truly ready to live at this level? To stop waiting for permission? To stop doubting yourself? To stop delaying your expansion? Because the moment you say yes fully, completely, everything changes. And once it does, you will never look back. The ultimate reality shift, living every day in a high vibrational state. Once you step into a high vibrational state, life no longer looks the same. What once felt chaotic now feels peaceful. What once drained you now disappears effortlessly. What once seemed impossible now unfolds with ease. It's not that the world has changed, it's that you have changed. And because you have changed, your entire reality must shift to match your new frequency. But here's the question: how do you maintain this state? How do you live every day at the highest vibration without slipping back into old patterns, old fears, or the distractions of the world? Because let's be honest, life doesn't stop just because you've awakened. There will still be challenges. There will still be moments of doubt, frustrations, and unexpected events. But when you are operating at a high vibration, you no longer react to these things the way you used to. You no longer spiral into negativity, stress, or fear. Instead, you move through life with a deep inner knowing that everything is happening for you, not to you. And that shift in perspective, that's what creates a new reality. So how do you make this your new normal? First, you must become fiercely protective of your energy. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every conversation, not every thought, not every person should have access to your vibration. You must learn to walk away from anything that lowers your frequency without guilt, without explanation, without hesitation. Think about it: would you let someone come into your home and dump trash all over your floor? Of course not. So why would you allow negative energy to be dumped into your mind, your body, your soul? If something doesn't elevate you, it does not belong in your life. Next, you must train yourself to return to the present moment again and again. A high vibrational state is not something you achieve once and then forget about. It is something you choose moment by moment. It is a practice, a way of being, a conscious decision to stay awake rather than falling back into unconscious habits. Every time you catch yourself worrying about the future, bring yourself back to now. Every time you find yourself replaying the past, bring yourself back to now. Every time you feel overwhelmed, distracted, or disconnected, pause, take a deep breath, and return to now. Because the present moment is where your power is. It's where your energy is strongest. It's where you are fully aligned with your highest self. And finally, you must embody the energy of the reality you want to experience. Most people wait for their external world to change before they feel happy, at peace, or fulfilled. But that's backward. Your external world does not create your vibration creates your external world. So instead of waiting, start embodying the energy of the life you desire right now. If you want abundance, feel abundant now. If you want deep love, radiate love now. If you want clarity, act with certainty now. The universe is always responding to your energy, so when you start being the vibration of what you want, it has no choice but to manifest in your reality. And this is the ultimate reality shift. Because once you master this, once you learn to live every day in a high vibrational state, you become unstoppable. You become magnetic. You become a force of nature, effortlessly attracting everything that aligns with your energy. And the best part, it's not something you have to struggle for. It's not something you have to force. It's simply who you are. So now the final question: are you ready to live at this level? Not just for a moment, not just for a day, but for the rest of your life. Because once you commit to this path, once you step fully into your highest vibration, there is no going back. And the life that awaits you, it's greater than anything you've ever imagined.